Week 2, love this board. Love this board.
I like it too, and we have to address what happened in Week 1 there.
Oh, about how it smells in here?
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
It stinks in here, because these two guys last week, they stink.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
It was a brutal week, and what can I say? Vegas took a lot of money. Underdogs went 12-3 opening weekend with 9 of those winning outright. So I think a lot of people lost money this weekend, but that's why this comeback is about to be great.
Big bounce back. On Sunday night, I was down on my luck. I looked at the board for this week, and I loved it. I had an epiphany. I said, I'm going to double, triple, quadruple my money this weekend because I love this board. It was the easiest every game. Easy, 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 easy. Lock, 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 lock. I can see my bank account growing.
That's what we call bankroll management. Every time you lose, you just keep betting even more.
Shoot, that's bankroll fresh. Let's get into it.
Featuring Patrick and Stex Gray, Simon Free Chicken Brishkovich. Welcome to Hops and Props.
Time for the hops. Time for the drinking. Tell them what we're drinking.
And I absolutely love it this week. This is from Wayfinder, a Portland staple. This is the number 6 lager. If you haven't had it before, you really should, because I consider this one of my favorites. So I'm glad to see where you put this.
Número 6 is muy bien.
Sí.
¿Por qué?
I don't speak Spanish, sir.
Let me tell you, crispy, good flavor. That's what I like to hear. I'm going to put that as a high tier 2, in my opinion.
I was going to give it a tier 3. Tier 2, fine with me. It is smooth. This is a warm one that we're drinking. I'm sure if this was ice cold, it'd be awesome. But he brings the beer and it gets warm on his drive to my house where we film.
You can't win sometimes. And you know what? Even with that, I'm still great with the score. So
this is one of the better lagers I've had. This is very smooth. This is very refreshing.
So
not
yeah,
mad.
absolutely, try it out. This is up in the rankings for us right now.
Now, time to make you some money. Time to make your kids some money. Time to get your family a better life. And you're going to start that off by taking the Vikings versus the Cardinals over 50.5 points. This is a lock. This is easy money. Minus 105. They want you to bet it? I don't know. This is an easy pick. Vikings can't defend anybody, have a bunch of offensive weapons that are electric. Cardinals, they can score like no other. Weapons all over the place. I don't see how this doesn't go close to 60, 70 points on this game.
60, 70 is high. I will take over 50 because defensively, that's the biggest mark for an over-under game. This totally feels like it's going over.
Chandler Parsons used every bit of his power last week. The Arizona defense, I don't believe in. They did good against Tannehill. I don't think that they're legit.
No.
I think it's a high-scoring game.
You want to know something funny? Actually, this is a side note. Do you want to know
the
over/under on his sacks for this game?
4.5.
It is at 4.5. Over/under in sacks.
He's only gone over 5 like twice.
I don't think he's gone it twice. Was this once or twice?
I
Because
think
he had a
did
5-sack game last week.
Every season he has like one big game.
Oh, well, the fact of the matter is that's the most ridiculous sign I've ever heard of. I can't take it anywhere, but if you see under 4.5, then go take it, I guess.
Give me a line that's less ridiculous.
Less ridiculous. This week we got the Cowboys and the Chargers playing. Cowboys plus 3.5. And I was a little bit confused on what to do here because I took the Chargers this year as my futures pick over 9.5 wins because I absolutely love them this year. And they showed out last week. They got the win. I think they're on pace. However, I think the Cowboys are a little bit underrated right now. They went up against a good Buccaneers team, kept it close the entire time, covered the spread, and I think they're going to cover the spread this week. Will they win? Maybe. Maybe I'll put some money on it, but I think my friend Pat can help me out with what I'm going to do there.
How about this? I'll put my money where your mouth is. Give me the money line.
Yep.
You can take the points. Screw it. I need the bonus cash. I need a little cash money. Cowboys money line. This one's for Jerry Jones. Last week I bet against the Cowboys because I thought they were overhyped. That's just the fact of the matter. You're on Hard Knocks. You get way too much hype. You lose a bunch. Everyone thinks you're horrible. How about I just waited? I think Dak Prescott's the truth. I think the Cowboys are going to beat the Chargers. I think the Chargers are the most fraudulent, most overrated team in the NFL, and I'm sorry. I know we're in Oregon. I know that I have friends and family members who love Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert, legit, I don't think the Chargers have it together. I don't think they're going to be able to put it all together this year. So give me the Cowboys money line Give me the extra cash.
I'm gonna cut off that entire last half of his speech
Just
because
give your
the
next
Chargers
week
are legit. Sorry. Okay, I'm moving on. This week we got the Rams playing the Colts, and I'm taking Jonathon Taylor over 13. I'm sorry, over 15 recorded yards.
15 and a half.
15 and a half, sorry.
Receiving yards.
Receiving yards. I said recorded?
Yeah.
Receiving
doesn't
yards.
make sense.
Last week, he had 6 catches for over 50 yards, and a lot of people are scared because they think the backup is coming in and taking those touches away from him, especially in a game when I think the Rams are going to be up and they're going to have to pass more often. Jonathon Taylor is the back. He will get way over 15 receiving yards.
I don't like to watch the Colts because I just think they're kind of boring, but I'm sure this bet will win because I believe in you. This is a bet I believe in, though. It's a Jaguar-hating pick. This isn't even about anything else. The Jaguars stink. They got blown out by the Texans, who I consider to be the worst team in football. Therefore, the Jaguars are the worst team in football. This is a big overreacting week. I'm overreacting to how bad the Jags were last week. Give me the Broncos -6. Their defense, the truth, is legit. I think they shut down the Jaguars. I think Trevor Lawrence poops his pants. I think if they wear white, there's going to be a stain on the back. That's my concern. Give me the Broncos -6 against the Jaguars.
My only concern about this bet is the fact that I still struggle with how people say Jaguars. It's Jaguar. Never mind. I'll lose my mind another day. But the next pick that I'm going to give you
Jaguar?
It's Jaguar. It's not Jaguar. They literally teach
Have you ever met a Jaguar?
There's no Jaguar. It's Jaguar. And they teach you that in the 3rd grade. I swear.
I think your 3rd grade teacher was straight
This
capping.
man is teaching our future students, and that's what they're learning. So watch out if you got this man in your classroom. Anyway, moving on to my next pick. Jumping back to the Vikings Cardinals game. I like the +4 on the Vikings, especially I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. The over-under is really high. I don't see a chance that the Vikings don't cover the spread, especially on a backdoor cover when the over-under is so high. The Cardinals' defense is a little bit fraudulent, but they're going to be shooting back and forth at each other trying to keep up.
Respectfully, I hate that pick. Respectfully. I love the Cardinals this week. By a lot. Jameis Winston over 1.5 passing touchdowns, though, that's something I love infinitely.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that makes sense. I love it 3,000. Jameis Winston over 1.5 passing touchdowns at -105. This could be a sucker's bet. He had 5 last week on 130 yards passing. If he passes for 300 yards, by my math, that's like 10 touchdowns. I'll take the over 1.5. Easy money, free chicken.
Let's go. That's a W. Let's eat one. Let's eat one. That's a W. How many people want to eat a W tonight?
Speaking of free chicken, we're bouncing back over to the Cowboys Chargers game. Something that's going to happen this week is that they have the highest over-under of the week at 55, and Justin Herbert's passing line is set at 303 yards right now. Tom Brady just threw 340 on them last week. Take the over. They have a higher over-under than last week, and on top of that, their running game is really not solidified much on the Chargers team right now. So they're going to be passing the ball a lot, and he's going to get those yards regardless. I think he throws over 350 again this week.
Yeah, I can't hate that. I mean, that's going to be a high-scoring game. It's going to be a lot of passing, not much running the ball. I think they're just going to be throwing that rock, scoring TDs like it's no big deal.
That's what happened last week in the Buccaneers game. Absolutely no running backs involved.
Yeah, maybe I'm overreacting because I'm just expecting the same exact thing to happen again, but whatever. Time for some ads.
And we're back. And we had a long discussion while we were listening to our ads there, and we realized that sometimes you disagree on picks, but you know what? That's the beauty of sports gambling, is that you can disagree with each other, but you can still start a gambling show together.
Shoot, that's big facts.
You know that.
How about you give me some gravy right now?
And here's the deal. I'm going to lay something on you that I have absolutely loved. And
Lay it on him!
I think it's still going to move until Sunday. There's a little secret over in New England.
What?
Yeah, there's a little secret over there, and his name is Jacobi Meyers.
Whoa.
The #1 receiver on this new Patriots offense. And he, last week against the Dolphins, finished with 6 catches, 9 targets in that game. His over-under this week for receptions, 4.5. You're giving me 4.5 against the Jets that had an abysmal secondary last week against the new Sam Darnold Panthers. I'm sorry, but I really like any guy who's getting that much volume and you give me a line at 4.5, even if he's catching 50% of the balls thrown his way, he is going to hit the over on that line. So I'm taking and locking in Jacobi Meyers over 4.5, and I might even put a little more money on that than usual.
I like the guy who coaches in the sleeveless zip-up. Bill
I think
Belichick's coming to play.
I've heard about him once or twice.
You might have heard
He's a
about
decent
him
guy.
maybe 1 to 6 times.
Whoa. Bill Belichick? Really? You're right. I should get a delicious footlong from Subway. That would be better.
This is what I'm loving. I'm high on the Saints. I told you I'm overreacting. The Saints destroyed the Packers last week. They were disrespectful. They were harassing them. They were posting bad things online about them. They were just mean and bullying the Packers.
Oh, yeah.
I think the Saints are going to do it again. I like the Panthers. Don't get me wrong. McCaffrey's good. Teddy Bridgewater is a...
Teddy's gone. You're talking about Sam Darnold's team right now.
Oh, just kidding. I love this pick way more. I don't know why I thought Teddy Bridgewater plays for the Broncos, who I love this week. Give me the Saints -3.5. Easiest bet of my life. Jameis Winston is better than Sam Darnold, but the Saints are so much better than the Panthers. It's not even close. The Saints are the real deal this year. They finally have a quarterback that can throw more than 15 yards.
Yep.
It's going to be more than just shuttle passes to Kamara. Love the Saints this week. I don't understand why this line isn't more. I would take the Saints at -6. I would take the Saints at -7. I would take a redfish, a bluefish, I don't care. The Saints -3.5 against the Panthers. Sam Darnold stinks. He's not a good football player, and that is the sole reason why you take the Saints this week. Jameis Winston had 5 touchdown passes last week.
Okay.
On 140 passing yards. That's efficiency. When you give him more time, more passing yards, more touchdowns, more points against the Panthers, love this pick.
All right. Last thing I will ask about this pick.
Ask me.
What do you think was more prominent last week? That the Saints looked very good, or that the Packers looked very bad? Like, what was like the bigger deal in that blowout?
The bigger deal
opinion,
socially was the Packers looking bad, but the Saints looked so good you can't ignore it.
Okay, in my opinion, respectfully, I thought it was that the Packers looked absolutely horrible. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they became one of the worst teams in football.
Wow.
And I'm saying that right now. The defense was atrocious. No matter what Aaron Rodgers does, like, that looks so ugly.
That was an uncalled for shot.
No, it happened to me. Thank you. It happened because I took Aaron Rodgers over 2.5 touchdowns. Who does that?
That
I
was a
lost my
goofy
mind.
move.
What was I
Goofy
saying?
move.
I said don't bet against the former MVP. Apparently, I should have. This man was horrible. Like, that was one of the worst things I've ever seen.
You should have been in the Incredibly Goofy movie for a minute there. How goofy
They could
of a
have
move
made
that was.
Incredibly Goofy Movie 3 with my face on it for taking over 2.5 touchdowns with Aaron Rodgers.
They should do that though.
They
The
could.
Extremely Goofy movie with Max.
That was 2.
untouchable. Untouchable. On
I
that
couldn't
note,
believe that.
like the video.
Yep.
Comment a beer we should try. Tell your friends.
Yeah, exactly. Why won't you?
Why are you hating on us, dog?
And you know what? If you win some money this week, let us know. We're always happy to hear from you. So
Shoot, we stacking bread.
You know.
It's looking like a bakery in here.
we'll see you next week. Thank you.